Oh, Tony, what's up?
I'm good. I'm good.
I don't know if
Can
it's
you hear
only
me?
me, but the rain here is very, very crazy. The part of the country where I am right now.
He said part of the country.
I'm struggling to hear you.
I don't know why that sounded very funny to me.
It's funny to you.
I swear, I don't know why.
It's not like I'm trying to hide my identity, but my location, I mean, but All right. So, I guess we have to start. The second speaker is on our way, so I guess we have to start. Good evening, everybody. I hope your week has been fine. And as we wait for more people to come into the space, we have a designated time, which is 7 to 8 p.m. So we can all go back to our Thank God It's Friday and other crews. So, yeah, today's topic is the future of Nigerian students. And I'm here with my co host, Tony. Tony, please introduce yourself to everybody.
Okay. Good evening, guys. I'm a sales strategist, and also I'm a final year student. So yeah, that's basically me. It's nice to be a co-host here and be a speaker here. Prince, is there any special introduction again? Can you hear me, Prince?
Sorry, I had a bridge. What did you say?
I said, is there any special introduction? Any
No,
special
no,
thing to
no,
run?
no.
Okay.
You've done your own. Then the first speaker for today is Chukuma. Chukuma, please can you introduce yourself?
Oh, yeah, I will. Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm CHUKWUMA, a back-end developer and a Unity developer, also a final year student, and also a startup advocate. I guess
Okay,
that's the whole summary of me.
you guys are welcome. While we wait for the second speaker, she just informed me that unfortunately the rain is trying to mess with her, but we have to move on. When she comes, she'll join us. So this is how today's space is going to work. Everybody is welcome. More people are coming, as I said. Um, we're going to throw in some questions and expect your answers to them from Tony and from Chukuma. Then anyone that wants to add a personal experience, a personal opinion, you just request and you get the floor. Also, remember that if you request and you get the floor, please try as much as possible to summarize because we are working with a limited time. So let me just start with the very common question. How is this ASU strike messing with you? Or how is it fitting you? Let's start with this one.
Okay. Should I go first?
Yes, you have the floor.
Okay. So I'm guessing that most of us here are students. I don't know. So I'll use slangs. Hope I'm free to use slangs.
Yes, you are. You are.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
So the this whole thing now is not it's not going to shock anybody again like that. You understand? It's pros and their cons. But we talk about the cons first. You understand? The cons, how ASU strike is affecting us. That means negative manner and everything. So we'll check vices. People tend to commit more vices during this period. By vices, I mean they commit mayhem and or joining, um, causing harm, havoc or wreaking havoc, damage and all. You can even see people that are less busy because school keeps us occupied mostly. So people that are less busy, they engage in activities that are dangerous to the society. Some people can be caught doing how will I put it? People, let me not say smoking and all. People just join. If you see, go to the street of Lagos, you see. I have a friend, I think, in Unilag. The person was missing. What was this person doing? The person was nowhere to be found. The person was caught engaged in bad stuff. So engaging in vice is a very, very common thing when school come and gets on has to be on strike and stuff. Because students they don't get engaged in stuff again because school keeps us occupied. So that's one thing. Then you check, let's look on the should I talk about the economic impacts? I don't know. Let me talk about economic impacts for a while.
No, my question is how the ASU strike is treating you and how it's been for you. We're still going to get to all those ones
Okay.
eventually.
So I said, okay, yeah. So another way it's affecting, I'm talking about badly, is people that are supposed to be done like us. I'm a final year student, so I'm supposed to have finished school like this. This is it March or February
No, actually,
self
last year.
last year. And talking about because of pandemic and all too, and there was strike then too. So we could have finished. Supposed to have finished school. We are supposed to be in the labor market now. We are supposed to have been done with NYS itself. In fact, my school ID card has expired. It has graduated before myself. So you know this thing now. I'm telling you, serious. You should not graduate before me. So this thing affects us. It's affecting me seriously. I'm supposed to be done with school, and the thing hampers like there are some opportunities that you might have. They'll tell you you must have had a degree or something. You must have had a degree. So when you try and you don't get such opportunities because you are not done with school or you've not reached a particular stage, you're not schooling again because of the strike. So there are some people that have done defense and all, they are yet to get their certificate because of strike. There are some people that read through for an exam and everything. The day for the examination, they called strike. This thing now it's costing things seriously. And another way it's affecting is, in fact, when after everything now, after they now say, okay, they've called off the strike, they now try everything and rush everything in particular duration. Maybe like they can rush everything in 3 weeks or 2 weeks off and set up exam and everything. And you cannot expect students that have stayed for how many months? How many months? Now I think they've extended it now to 2 months or something or 3 months. So you cannot expect students that have stayed that particular amount of time. You cannot expect them if you are joining, welcome. You cannot expect them to remember what they've been taught. So the thing actually it affects our grades too. It affects our grades too. I think that is a way, yes. So I think this is what I would say. Then in a positive way, since you said effects, in the positive way, I can say that now that because now that there's more time, people can actually engage in stuff. Although most people are not engaging in quality stuff, you can engage in quality stuff, profitable stuff. You understand, like things that can actually be insanely lucrative. Because beyond our normal certificates, there are other beyond our normal degree, there are other things that someone should acquire, like certain skills that someone should acquire. Like during this period, it's possible that someone could have learned how to design websites. Someone could have learned about crypto, NFTs, and all. Someone could have picked up a particular skill and trying to hone the skill and become proficient in it. So that's a
All
benefit.
right,
You understand?
all right, yeah.
So
Okay.
that's a benefit.
Thank you, Tony, for that. We'll still get back to you shortly. Remember, like I said, if you have any contribution, any opinion, just make a request and then you have the floor. So, Chukuma, to you, how, as I said, let's use slangs. How this strike the treat you, guy? Chukuma, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. So how the strike is affecting me is to be honest, it's not really affecting me. I dey use the time meaningful. I'm using the time very well, to be honest. I'm really, really making the most out of the time. I'm getting better in my development. Getting better at my coding every day. Every day I'm learning something new. Y Combinator is dropping out a list of startups that are going to be accepted into the summer cohorts. I hope my startup is part of it. Also, and the thing
Oh,
is,
Dwayne.
if now my startup gets accepted and they now call off this strike, that is the dilemma I might face. I don't really know how to face that decision, whether to
You-
drop chasing my degree or actually
Okay,
focus on growing my startup, because I know that
that,
one is more valuable than the other. I'm not talking about my
exactly,
degree. I'm not
exactly.
talking about my degree.
Chukuma, the truth is this here. Sorry to cut you short. We've had conversations frequently on a particular startup I'm trying to run. I already told you about them already. And you know how proficient the idea is and everything. That's one of my fear, like if for instance we get this stuff running and the user base is increasing and everything is moving well and boom, they call us as to strike. Guy, like how are we going to go back to school? How are we going to go back to school?
Um,
Like when you're being called all over the world, like for instance, they're calling you for interviews or you have staffs, you have user base and so many things and you're becoming very busy. I don't know how we would combine both of them.
that's indeed hard, but it's feasible.
So, all right, Chukuma, you done? Chukuma,
multiple mas Serving multiple masters like school and focusing on your startup. To be honest, like all you have worked for is your startup. You have already gained, like you have gotten validated by like with your idea. You've been given money to accomplish your idea right now. So you having to choose between accomplishing your goals that your degree is meant to get you. Like the argument in class we had about how your degree is like the means to an end. You understand? But when you now have another route to that end already, you get, what would you choose? Do you get where I'm
it's
coming
very
from?
dicey, really. Yeah. All right. More people just joined us. So let me just rephrase it a little bit. I said we're going to be asking series of questions. The second speaker is on her way. But if you have anything you would like to say or you would like to contribute, just make a request and you will have the floor. Okay, so back to you guys. The first question is what is the futuristic effect of this strike on students? So, okay, before then, I think someone is requesting. Let me give her the floor. Just cancel. All right. So, back to what I was saying. Um, what is the futuristic effect of the strike on students? Tony, before you talk, someone has something to say. Let me just request. Let me just accept that.
Okay, no problem. Let's go.
Daisy, you have the floor. Daisy, can you hear me?
Hi, good evening. I hope y'all can hear me. So
Yes,
I
yeah, we can.
requested to speak. When I requested to speak was when the question on the effect of the strike on us was still going round, but I don't even know if the question is still valid. So I don't know. Should I turn off my mic?
Yeah, sure. No, no, no. You can say what you want to say.
Oh, okay. So okay, the first question you asked was the effect of the strike thus far. Actually, this strike, this particular one now started with 2 weeks, Abby? Yeah, 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks. So
2 weeks warning strike.
yes. So when it started, it was kind of like a breather, if I'm being very honest, because then school was things going on in school was really, really becoming very, very choked up. Like we are still suffering the consequences of the previous strike, which was in 2020, and the whole jam packing and everything. But then it was quite less. The stress was quite reduced as at earlier this year, in as much as it was still there. So when the strike, this particular strike, this 2 weeks warning strike came on, it was kind of like a breather. So I was like, okay, fine, breathe in, breathe out, just take my time and catch up on the stuff that I hadn't really been following up with in class. Then they extended it to 2 months, and I was like, okay, okay, sure, yeah, fine, 2 months, no problem. Let's rest. Let me try and read very well for because I'm in my fourth year, first semester. Let me try and read up and try and get a 5.5.0 CGP and try and pour yeast inside my CGPA. Let it
Come
rise
on.
and everything. So moving forward, it was kind of like, okay, fine, I'm using this time to read, using this time to grow my business because I run a business, to like structure it better in a way that if school resumes, I'll be able to be running it while going to school and everything, and still, you know a little bit. I'm a medical student, so we still have our clinical posting, so I still have a little bit of school going on in my life. So yeah, so I wasn't really affected negatively until this extension, because I remember vividly on Sunday when they said something about, okay, fine, strike being called off. I was so happy. I was like, okay, yes, fine, thank God, no wahala. I'm supposed to graduate June, July, but anyhow, this year November I'm out of school. We are still going to be able to do it. 2022, we are leaving school. Nothing. This school has nothing on me again. So
General
then
market.
that was on Sunday in the evening. And I found out that it had been extended for like 3 months. I was depressed. I was so sad. Like
Hmm.
I literally
Depressed.
Right?
I literally almost cried because I don't even know what I'm using 3 months to do at home again. Because I think I finished breathing all the
And
breath.
you're still going to come back to school and meet
I
up with
finished
what you
breathing all
left.
the air that I want to breathe, and I just want to go back to school and graduate and get on with my life. Because unlike you people, unlike Chukuma and Mr. Tony and every other person that has tech and every other thing that don't need degrees, anything I'm doing with my life, I need a degree to be able to practice. So, so I can't relate with those that are saying, "Oh yeah, no wahala. If the strike wants to continue, let it continue." I can't relate to that. I need a degree to be able to move forward in life, and I'm aging. So all these things are thoughts that
You
I
want
don't
to
want to
marry?
think about. I don't want to get married, but I want to start making reasonable money, not side hustle money.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
Well,
Well,
can I ask you a question?
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Tony, you can go on.
Okay, Daisy. Actually, that's your name. I don't know. Daisy.
Yeah, that's right.
So you said something you need a degree before you do what you want to do to start making reasonable money.
Okay. Yeah,
Right?
I need a degree to make the money I want to make
Okay. Okay, you need a degree to make the money you want to make.
in the field I want to make it in too.
I didn't get you. What did you say?
In the field I want to make it in too.
Okay, 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 okay.
Yeah,
Wow, you really want to practice what you are studying. That's cool.
I do.
All right. Let's move on. Someone else just made a request. Before I accept the request, some people joined. So remember, if you have anything you would like to say or any opinion or anything, just make a request and I will accept it at the due time. So yeah, the plug, Mr. Igwe, you're welcome to the space.
So, good evening.
Wahala.
Yeah, good evening.
There you
Why you talk wahala? Why you talk wahala?
No only you go scratch throat. Elder.
They won't know. They won't. Yeah. So, Chai, I was just listening to Daisy's story, and I wish I could feel her pain, but I can't. You know, so, but us working class people, we also have our own struggles. We also have our own struggles.
Right.
Yeah, we also have our own struggles. The only thing is that I could say is just make the best out of the current situation, because I don't know, you guys are talking about the future, but I guess I could say talking about the present. Me, I won't talk about the present now. Daisy is doing something spectacular. She's doing something abnormal as a business, and I really like it. And I feel that it will grow into something amazing with time, especially in a place like Enugu.
Yeah.
So, but obviously she has a passion for her cause, and she really, really wants to get over the education aspects and entering the real life working experience aspects. Usually in the US, there you can actually do intern programs during your summer vacation to to sharpen your skills in your field, whether it's a licensed degree or not. But in Nigeria,
Yeah,
nothing like
exactly.
that. Nothing like that for Nigeria. When you do that kind of thing here before you keep person, you have to graduate first.
Now sales boys girl, if you do.
Sometimes I ask myself. Sometimes I ask myself, am I fortunate enough to be born in Nigeria, or is it just an unfortunate thing? Like, I don't really know.
And
I don't have an
I
answer
used
to
to
that
answer
question.
people though. Me, I used to answer people, you're not fortunate at all. You're not fortunate. It's not nah, yeah. But we just console yourself and tell yourself that God has a plan. God has a plan. Why you were born in Nigeria, and then your
Omo.
lifespan was in Buhari's regime. Hey, yeah, God forbid. Kai, no, it's God has a plan, Sha. That's all I can say. So there's don't give up hope, oh. I be
Don't give
like,
up.
continue,
All right,
continue.
guys, let's move forward. We have a lot to catch up with this evening. Okay, so Tony,
Okay.
my first question for you is I think you guys have already spoken about some of it already, but let me just ask it. What is the futuristic effect of the strike on students? All right. Okay. Give me a second. You just left and came back. Chikuma, you can start.
Well, first of all, I just want to address what Daisy said. I guess I was kind of ignorant to the fact that not everybody is into tech, and people also need their degrees to practice their profession when they actually graduate from school. So I just want to apologize to everyone in this space right now for me not taking that into consideration. And to Prince, for your question, the future of education as it stands, to be honest, all my life I've been self-learning. I don't really think my degree has actually cut it, like what I've learned in class has actually cut it for me so far. So the future of education to me is I don't know, I don't care about it. I'm just doing what to benefit myself. I like what I'm learning at the same time, to be honest, because like my final year project I'm doing right now is in no way related to the entire 4 years I've spent. Like my 4 year education cannot in any way help me build my final year project. So that is kind of like a fraud on his part because I don't know if my parents wasted their money or something. But I'm just moving forward, man. Just moving forward.
We move.
That is that is all we can do at the moment.
All right, no problem. Tony, let me hear from you.
Okay,
But before then,
okay.
sorry, before then, if you also have anything to say, just make a request and we'll talk. Tony, you can start.
Okay, to be clear, I want to know, you asked them what is it futuristic
Yeah,
effects? What did you say?
I think your network was having issues when
Okay, yeah, I stepped
but
out to join
let
in
me.
again.
All right. The question is this: what is the futuristic effects of the strike on students?
Okay, okay. On students. Okay. So I'll use myself as an example. Just like Chukuma said, I don't really, it's not really affecting me in any way in the future because I too, I really don't see me using my degree for anything. Although I'm just doing it just to fulfill all righteousness. I've started, so I have to continue, I have to finish. But some people really need that degree, you understand? People are dependent on a degree, just like Daisy said, she really wants to study medicine and all. And I understand that very well. But the negative effects it will have on people like her is because is this. She will now have that feeling that maybe she can't do anything again, and she's left like she doesn't do anything again. Maybe less, she becomes less busy or something like that. That's what some students are facing generally now. They become less busy, they feel demotivated that they don't because normally people are just read. They are reading to pass an exam, reading. There's no life
Yeah,
outside. You understand? Most people are like that. So they feel as if they don't have any purpose again. So you understand? Like after outside school, nothing. So when the strike continues to linger and everything, it just breaks them, breaks their spirit, and they just did. They just did. You understand? So
yeah,
but but on my part, I feel that because of what I've latched onto, I feel that in any way the strike, I will still make good advantage of the strike because it gives me time to become very good at my craft. You understand? It gives me time to become very good at craft. Because if you're looking at all these things, the main aim is I think money. First is money to get money. Because our parents see education as an investment. That's why most people are sending us to school. They see it as an investment that okay, after you're done, you should be able to fend for yourself. That's why after schooling and all, they tend to remove their hands from you and everything that okay, you're done with school now, go and get a job, finish. So that's it. So they see it as an investment. And once strike continues to linger on and everything, you wouldn't get that return on investment again. So that's just it.
okay. Thank you for that. Um, so if you have anything you would like to say, please make it request. But before then, I actually understand the Tony and Chukuma as well. Like, I'm unfortunately, I'm also being affected by the strike here and stuff. And I've been in 500 level for as long as I can remember. I don't even know how long it's been. And what I am practicing, what I'm doing for myself, has nothing to do with what I'm studying. Like you said, just to fulfill all righteousness and make sure that our parents' investment is not in vain. So that's it. So let me accept someone that just made a request. Chidera, you can say what you want to say. Daisy, hello, Daisy, can you hear me? Let's move to the next question. I think you mentioned this earlier, Tony. Um, how does this strike or how does this stuff affect our um, economy? How does this strike affect our economy? So, Tony, you have the floor.
Okay. So this strike really affects our economy, oh, but the government they wouldn't see it. So I think they are in economy. I did some research and all because of this strike, and but I think the major reason why they are doing this stuff is because they are trying to come in harmony of whether using the IPPS and the what's the other one again? Or is he UTAS? I think. Am I right? I don't know. Can you hear me, Prince?
I can hear
Can you
you.
hear me, Prince?
Yeah, I
Okay.
can hear you.
So they are trying to. I think this is a problem or something. They are trying to say, okay, they want to use this particular system instead of this system. But they don't know that there's something called opportunity costs. And when they do this, it's because they are forgoing for another alternative. And this thing, there's what they call the spillover effects. They don't know that this thing is affecting the economy. They don't know. Because when this thing happens, people now look for other alternatives now to curb this stuff. Okay, some parents were like, okay, this system is not good. My students, my children are not going to school again and everything. I'm not seeing my investment, blah blah blah, all this stuff. So now they now decide, for parents that are now capable, they now decide to send their children to go study abroad. You understand? They decide
Yeah.
to send their children to go, and this thing now affects, it puts pressure on the foreign exchange. You understand? Because now people now pay thousands of dollars, something they could have spent on maybe a university in Nigeria, which will still aid the economy. They now spend it to other international countries. You understand? And this thing now increases the demand of this thing dollars. You understand? Which is still keeping pressure on our foreign exchange. I don't know that you get the point, Prince. Can you understand?
Yeah, I get you.
So that is another effect, and another one is brain drain. That's what they call brain drain, because you see professors now, check how much professors earn in Nigerian university. I'm trying to draw a point now. Check it. Most of them don't even earn up to $1,000. I think that is almost 400 and something thousand. Most of them don't earn up to that amount, but their colleagues in other countries are doing well, any more than that amount. So now this thing now makes people, when they just reject, or they reject the Nigerian system. Nobody's contributing, and nobody's going to be reasoning Nigerian system again. And people don't know that this thing is affecting the economy too. So that's the thing. There's what they call spillover effect. This thing affects the economy. So, and what did I want to say again? Okay. So that's the major thing. I've said the government, they don't see education as an investment, because if they do, because if they don't see that education, everybody should just go to school and all. But education is like an investment, and they should do everything they can so that they will see a return on that investment. So that's why you see this thing, students, when they graduate from university, they become alumni or something. They now give back to the community if they are well to do. You see them embarking on projects which can aid the economy. Yes, that's the thing. Then another effect, but this one now is now in a positive manner. I think it is because during this period now there's time for people to start up businesses, just like Chukuma is trying to start up something, just like you're trying to start up something and all. This is a period to start up something. So with this now, there's time to actually hone your craft and start up something which would actually improve the economy, because what improves the economy of a country or something is when there are now more SMEs, small medium enterprises. You understand? So when this happens, it actually aids the economy too, because the more the merrier when they are small and medium enterprises. You understand what I'm saying? So that's it basically.
Yeah, I
But
understand.
yeah, that's it.
All right. Over to you, Chukuma. Over to you, Chukuma.
Can you guys hear me?
I don't even this
Can
today
you hear me?
affect Chukuma in any way. Praise.
Can you hear me?
Chukuma no said all this thing.
Chill, wait.
Abi,
I did tell you.
Chukuma, you keep muting yourself.
Okay, sorry. What I've noticed is if school is on strike and they are prolonging the time that it takes us to graduate, the government, they are losing millions of taxable income. That is one thing I'm seeing, because they need tax to grow and develop our country. But if they keep on pushing this strike and all, like, they will not see that tax to give us better roads, more power outage, which is going to give us longer lights. You get, like, the things they're meant to give us, but they don't give us. Tax could help in doing that.
They send all those things.
No, some of them do, sure, but some don't. Well, and also, that's all I can think of at the moment, because thinking about this thing is just, it wants to make me cry at the moment. But
So,
okay, it's
all
just
right. Okay, so if anyone has anything to say, any opinion or something, you could take a request. But before then, I have something to say. Just like what Tony said, that they don't care. The truth is that the governing bodies, the so-called government, they don't actually care about education. To them, education is not really an investment, because if it were to be an investment, they would have called off this strike long time ago. Look at the
I'm telling you.
aviation sector. They literally just threatened to go on strike because of aviation fuel went up to like 700 naira. And within 3 days, that issue was settled. So that's to show you that they know that, okay, fine. For instance, the reason why they sorted out that issue is because most of them, they use these flights. It's not all of them that can afford 7 million naira to give a private jet company to move from here to there. Some of them go on airpiece and the rest of them. So they can't start moving on the road because they have a lot of hitters. If they catch them on the road, they can take them. You understand? So they have to sort out that issue as soon as possible to ensure that, okay, fine, we keep moving. So you find out that most of these guys, secondly, some of their kids are not in Nigeria. You understand? Some of their kids were probably not born in Nigeria, they've schooled abroad, they're done with school abroad. Check some of the governors, you keep seeing things like, let's say, Kaduna State Governor Erufai posting a picture of him and his son together. They were in UK and the rest of them. So you see that these guys they don't really care. Our educational minister, minister for education and minister for labor, people that are sitting on ASU strike, are both running for Nigerian president. They don't care about our education, and invariably there's going to be a bounce back on that. One is that a lot of students are kind of not busy. You understand? And when they're not busy, when they're not in school, they're not busy. They become idle. Some of them don't know how to like hustle and learn skills and the rest of them. It's not even a must to learn skills, but right now in Nigeria, it's actually a necessity, to survive and all. So some people are not learning skills. Some people are going into the negative part of life and everything. EFC, they're portraying them like what I don't know. And like what Chukuma said, it's going to affect the kind of internal revenue that Nigeria gains. In the nearby future, what I forecast is that it's either we're going to have a lot of startups that are doing very well, or we're going to have a lot of criminals that are youths. That's just one of them. It's either we get both of them together, or we have one at a higher percentage than the rest, because people are now moving into entrepreneurship, skills, fraud, so many things. They're not in school again. Nobody's going for night class. Nobody's being disturbed by a project. Blah 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 blah. So it's very very unfortunate. Okay, let me accept someone's request. Daniel, you're welcome to the space, and you have the floor. Daniel, you can speak now. Daniel, are you there?
Okay, I'm here.
Please.
I've just been listening, sha. My own is where's Chukuma? Una debut startup, I beg, but una put me for budget. Let us start. Let us start from there first. Would they I define who go help my life now. Omo, the truth is that with what you said, the thing is that evil and good would always coexist. So no matter how many startups there are in Nigeria solving a lot of problems that we are facing and all, there would always be bad people to cancel it out. So it's just our decision to choose where to focus on. You can decide to focus on good and you move that way, and you can decide to focus on evil, and you gotta learn how to do the yahoo yahoo something. It's all good, sha. Me, I just dey follow una. Me una just dey talk, dey go.
My
Chukuma, help my
boss.
life.
All
Me una
right.
help my life. Prince too. You people should help my employ me.
Now Prince and Chukuma they help us in life.
No
Me
problem.
una
Don't worry.
employ
When,
me.
when we launch, you know. When we launch, you know. You
Me
know.
Prince,
una
I beg,
I got
employ
you
me, I
guys.
beg.
employ me.
See, Tony. Tony, when we not start here. Okay, so let's continue. Daniel, thank you for your contributions. Let's move to the next question. Hello, Tony, are you there?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. So the next question goes: um, what are the possible alternatives to help students survive? A lot of students are out there. What are the possible alternatives that you have, or you think they should actually do, and help them survive at least when they see food chop.
Okay. Me, I'm always a preacher of all this kind of stuff. You should go and acquire skills. You should start profitable skills, profitable businesses. Yes, they can start that. That's what I preach about. You understand? Skill sets that can help them in life. Online business can do that for you. Someone can go into crypto, NFT. Someone can go into um, tech, web development. Someone can go into affiliate marketing. Someone can go into copywriting. So there are numerous skills that someone can learn, and there's no point waiting because there's really no time. You understand? There's really no time. There's really no time. And you can go out on YouTube to search for the. You can. Oh, I'm telling you, everybody should cultivate the habit of self-learning. Just like CHUKWUMA said. But the thing is that everyone should have a burning desire to achieve something first. A burning desire that you really want it. Because some people are just in that mindset that, okay, let me just pass through school. After school, life will sort itself out. But one thing this strike has done, it has made some people sit down to think, oh, what next? What next? Because most people are reading, reading, reading. They've been reading all their lives. And it's not a bad thing because it's good to focus on something and back what you're
Are you
going
sure?
for. And what do you say?
Just go on.
Okay. No, my boss, anything you say, if I did this, anything you say, I did.
TJ, no, we'll start here. Abeg. Just continue.
No, so me, I always preach about learning something profitable, something skill acquisitions can do that. You can YouTube, Twitter, they are free universities, you understand, that can teach you more than what you would ever learn in a normal university. Because if you say the truth, you don't really learn. I'm telling you, it's only like 1% or 2%. If you check your class, it's only like 1% or 2% of people that are doing very well actually know what they are doing. That's the thing. There are only like two people, even people that are in the like they have a first class. Some of them don't really know what they are doing. Let me just be sincere. Like maybe they're just, yes, they are doing very well, trying to focus, get their degree and all, but in actually, they're just trying to maybe pass exams and all. And it's still good because it's good to pass that stage and all. What I'm trying to say is the way that people can try and cope this so that this strike will not really have much effect and all on them is for them to learn profitable things and acquire skills. Skills. High and when I say skills, I mean high income skills. There are certain skills that you just be there earning very measly stuff. I mean skills that you can learn and earn at the same time. You understand? Not because to get to somewhere. Like if I want to go to Abuja now, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay. So if you want to go to have different routes or something, or yeah, you have different vehicles to take you there, you can decide to trek. You understand? You can decide to take a plane and bus, or you can decide to drive a car. So these are vehicles to take you to your destination. So when I say high income skills, I mean like you enter a plane and get to your destination within few minutes. You're there. So that's what I mean. So high income skills are skills that you can learn in a short period of time and you will still be earning like 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. Just imagine someone focusing very well on his web development, building website, front end or back end, and using it for like 6 months, or very consistent with it for like 3 months. There's a stage you reach, like you know that this what I'm doing in school not even reach this one self. And this thing is already giving me money. So that is the thing. So in as much as someone is this is actually going further, but in as much you're trying to, because I saw somewhere when I was reading a book by this guy, Naval, he said something that if you learn how to sell and learn how to build, you become unstoppable. And that is the truth. Check companies out there, you see them, they have products, that is they build the products, the tech guys and all,
Mm.
they have products that they've built and all things. Because without the products, there would not be money. There will not be money. And without selling the products, there wouldn't be money too. So that is the thing. If you can learn how to sell and you learn how to build, you'll be unstoppable. I think I'll end it there. So guys, go learn profitable skills or high income skills.
Let me make money.
So yeah, Prince, I
All
think I'm
right.
done. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your answers, Chukuma. You have the floor.
Well, listening to what TJ said, his advice was solid. But I just want to just paint in, like, drop in one thing that not everybody hands, like, not everybody is equal, basically. And data is very expensive, to be honest. Like, nobody is acknowledging that fact, but, guy, data is expensive. Like, I'm sure
Um,
you all saw that thread on Twitter how one girl said, well, she called up those guys why they are sucking her data kind of fast and they didn't give her like a good response or something. Like, data is really, really expensive, to be honest, man. I can't just keep up. I really can't keep up, man.
No, but the
No,
truth is
like,
that they're not being
even
fair on us. So I feel
even
like we're
no.
MTN,
actually being
you
cheated.
never see MTN plan. MTN don't do 10K 80 gig. They are not. Oh, I'm telling you. Ah,
Guy, corporate theft.
Like, and
no, that's a very sharp.
the way everything now is required on data, and like you sell your business on data, we're on this call because of data. Like we transact because of data. So many things, man. Like it's just that's what separates learning between two people. The freedom to research. That's what I just think. I think that's where the gap comes from because if all of us have that same resource now where we can all research on what we want to learn without that limit, you understand? Because if now I only have like 100 MB and TJ has like 2 gig, he can search for a more longer time about a particular topic compared to me because I want to always downsize and always try to manage this thing wherever I can. You understand? So
Okay.
learning skills now the online way, yeah, it's a very good advice, but not everybody fingers are equal. And to be honest, man, to afford the kind of data you need that will last you 1 month is actually that 10K sub. And again, like,
Chukuma.
think, yeah, thinking about
Oh,
you carrying 10K to go and pay for data, like, not everybody can sacrifice that amount.
but can I say something, Chukuma?
Yeah,
But yeah, it's true. Resources do. They try and separate us and everything. But someone that is really, really desperate for something or hungry for something can actually find a way because there are ways to do this. Someone can do night plan. I mean, I did night plan. I remember when I was started, I did night plan. Then they have 12 or 11 to 5. And you can decide that for that to be your working hours or something, to be learning, to be soaking up knowledge and everything.
yeah,
I think
okay,
that is
yeah,
another way. I
yes, that's
think,
one way
yes.
now. My counter to that now is, to be honest, have you noticed how your day is the next day when you don't get enough sleep at night?
That one D. But
Yeah, bro, I no go
see,
lie, to be honest, most
I'm
times
already used to it.
keep
as
late
in,
nights, the next morning I won't like when I know I have to perform a mental task the next morning, I'm dull at that moment. I can't think, I can't solve problems I'm meant to solve at that given time. Like my workable hours now, I'm not productive.
Sha,
So now,
everybody's not the same thing, Sha. That's
yes,
just it.
yes. So
that
it
one
comes
D too,
down like,
sure.
if it's really worth it now, take that sacrifice you get, stay up all night and learn that skill. But and also now there's this big inequality that is going on that is causing kind of like large inconsistency now. Night plan now falls on the fact that, okay, let's just say now you want to learn a course, like you need your laptop, blah blah blah. Laptops now most times they stay for like 3 to 4 hours. And when we don't have power, we cannot learn also. Like that are the two
Okay.
things that actually slow us down, power and data. If we have these two things now kind of solved in a way, we can actually, in a sense, solve more problems, solve more personal problems, do more research, like that's just the things we need. And lucky enough, if any of you stay in Lagos, there are some tech hubs around Yaba that offer such services to anyone that's out there. You could just go and start interning with them if you have the opportunity to go there. They'll welcome you guys with open arms. And you can just start using constant light and constant internet. for their working hours, which is from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. That is the update I have so far, but only applies in Lagos.
Well,
That's true.
the thing you said about
But
sleeping, it happened to me a lot, Sha. Tony, you can say what you want to say.
okay. No, I understand what Chukuma is saying. Yes, I understand perfectly. But I'm just trying to say that if you reason as rain they beat everybody, sun they beat everybody. But it depends.
I mean,
Some are privileged to be in a car. Some go hide under shed. Some no go even date, no go even come out at all. But at least someone that is working with an umbrella or a raincoat, even though rain will beat them in a way or something, the person fit still get to in destination. Now we
The
just dey
person
try
fit
talk.
the person
You
fit
understand?
die from cold.
Oh mommy.
No, they no they
but
no they.
see, I see the thing. I think everything depends on your level of hunger and drive, really. Because
That's what I'm
if you
saying. That's
really
what I'm
want to get,
saying.
if you
Serious.
if you really want to get that thing, you go find way.
You go
You
find
go
way.
find way.
You go find way.
I've been in that situation severally. You must find a way to solve it.
You go
Like
find way, Chukuma.
you must always find a way. But we're not neglecting the fact that power and data are a major factor in
Yes, of
development
course.
in Nigeria. We're not really neglecting. That's why I can't wait for Starlinks to come into Nigeria. More should do and bring it here. So at least our data companies will see, what's it called? Telcoms to sit up and all. Because they are running corporate fraud.
I
You
call them the
just buy
four.
data.
I call them the four horsemen.
Why?
They are four now.
Adi, they are more than that. Do you know that
Guy,
the
more.
5G license was only given to MTN and one other company that nobody knows about?
Well,
Like it belongs to
there's
an outside guy.
there's a difference between service providers and telecom carriers. There's Smile, there's Spectranet, there's Swift, but they are not service providers in a sense. You guys know that, right? Like most people don't use their SIM cards to do communicate, like to call and everything. It's the Fat Four we know about, which is Glow, MTN, Airtel, and Nine Mobile that we use for calls and all. So those are the four major players in telecom in this country. While the rest are just like those warming bench. While those four are on the pitch. So
As it
All
is,
right,
not
no
true.
problem. Um, Before we move to the next question, if you have anything you want to say, if you have any opinion, just request and you will get the floor. So to the next question, um, okay, my question is this now. I have a friend in my first year. He told me something. He told me that see, I just want to study this course, get a 9 to 5, and just live my life. You know that it's not really everybody that wants to go. No, no, don't laugh at him. See, the thing is this: some
No, no, I
people
know they
have
laugh. Oh. I know they
different,
laugh, boss.
different
Who am I to
perspective
laugh
to
at
life.
you?
No, I'm not talking about myself. I'm just telling you what my friend told me. I think 4 years ago or 5 years ago. So he said he just wants to get a 9 to 5, get a very nice paying job, and just doesn't have strength for all this what's it called, skill, entrepreneur,
Entrepreneurship
blah
and everything.
blah, and everything.
Okay.
And I understand him because I have an uncle here. He's book smart. He's really not street smart. He lives in the US, and the kind of money that guy is earning, yeah. I know if he were to be in Nigeria, that guy no would get half of what he's getting because he just did well in school and he came out, got good jobs because of his degree, and he's doing well. So, what would you tell that kind of person now, being in Nigeria and
Okay.
not really wanting to push this whole entrepreneurial thing far? Because naturally, there's some people like that. You must have met people in the course of your marketing and affiliate marketing skills. You see different kind of people that have different perspective about it. People that are very sluggish to getting your idea, people that are swift to getting your idea. So there are different type of people, and I feel like the guy having his mindset is actually very valid. But from your point of view, what would be your advice to a person like that?
Okay, from my point of view, so normally I don't really enjoy 9 to 5 jobs. I don't know, maybe because of how I'm doing now or what I'm doing. But I understand people that work 9 to 5 jobs. You understand? But I've talked with hundreds of them because I speak to many of them every day on a daily basis. And most of them are not satisfied with their earnings. They're not satisfied with their earnings. And most importantly, they don't have freedom. They don't have that time for themselves. You understand? Learn something to they don't have that time. Most of them they wake up and before, if it's a 5 to 9 job, they wake up before 5 to beat traffic so that they'll not be late to work and all. Then they come back late at night and stuff like that. Most people that do that thing, they don't really enjoy it, but they are scared of maybe quitting the job and not finding another place or a better place. Or some are they're already comfortable salary they are earning. They've already learned how to manage. So someone earning 100K will now build his life around 100K. You understand? So what that person now is, if the person is trying to get a 9 to 5 job, the person must be very valuable. Like he should have a skill that is immensely valuable, like a high, because most times what they teach in school is there are jobs that if you teach people in school, you can be replaced easily. Yes, someone they can
Yeah,
replace
yeah.
easily. So they pay
Facts.
people higher, people that are specialists, because people that give judgment, that's why they pay all these consultants or specialists more money. So what I'll tell the person is the person should go for a very, very valuable career, like a very, very high paying job. Like how do I put it? Not even high paying job, like something that the person would, not a generalist, because people will pay a specialist more money than a generalist. I think, yes. So the person should focus on a particular skill and try and become a very, very massive, like expert in that particular field. That is one. You understand? And it's not even a guarantee self. Because there are many people that know they know enough, but yet they don't do that well. So that is so sometimes connections too matter. Yeah, connections matter, yes. You have to build
A
relationships with
lot.
people. Yes, especially in our Nigeria, connections matter. So you have to
Yeah.
build relationships with people because that is even the main thing. So if you couple what you know, that's what you bagged your degree and everything, with who you know, I think you might be okay with what you have. You understand? But another thing again, the person can leverage on going outside. If the person is, if they are well to do, go outside and he should bag the 95 job there. He worked for some years, stayed there, he earns money. I think you have more time because there they respect, in a way, they respect their time and they pay them according to hours or something. But no be Nigeria here where I'm telling you, Prince, there are people 40K, 50 people that graduate, so they don't do NYSC, everything. They earn 20K, 25K, 30K, 40K, and they go work every day. So the thing they
I
in the
know.
summer,
It's
and
very unfortunate.
the thing is that they're already used to this thing. They're already used to the life. They already know that they wake up today, they go to work, come back. They're not happy with it. But they just have to do it. That is the thing. Because if they quit now, what will happen? Will they get another job? If they quit now, what will happen? That is their fear. So people are fear that sorry, they are afraid that what will happen? What if that kind of stuff. So if your friend wants to get a 9 to 5 job, he should really stuff himself with value. Like he should be very valuable. He should get a skill or a business very valuable. And at the same time, he should build relationships because wealth, creating wealth, relationships matter. Is who you know. Even normally self, there are the people you know that will make you. Just imagine you know 5 billionaires or 4 millionaires, like personally. I don't need to have a million in my account, but I know that if I need something and everything, for me to be close to those certain persons, I know that I can achieve a certain project or a goal. So in a nutshell, what I would say is he should get a valuable skill to learn. He should build relationships. This thing will take time. He should build relationships and he can leverage on international countries. He can leverage on them. So that's what I would say.
All right. Before Chukuma makes his comments,
Can you
As
hear
you
me,
can
Prince?
see, it's already. Yeah, I heard you. I heard you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I say everybody don't
Okay, I
come
said.
out.
Yeah. Everybody, it's already 8 o'clock now. So before Chukuma makes his comments, um, if you have anything to say, just what's it called? Make a request, and after Chukuma has done with his when after Chukuma is done with his comments, you can speak, or we'll just end it. So Chukuma, you have the floor.
Well, some people like 9 to 5, some don't. There's no judgment from me on that though. Like some people like the consistency, the repetition, clock in, clock out, habits. You get it gives them control. It gives them a sense of control. You understand? So they get used to it. They just get better and try to increase their paycheck. But those who don't earn much from their job at the moment because of the value they bring to the table is not as high as their peers. It's just for them to keep on working on themselves, or they should just find a new job that could pay much if they could
I dey
find that
tell
new
you.
job. If they could find that new job. But I have no judgment. Some people like 9 to 5, like my parents now. To be honest, my mom did a 9 to 5 job. I didn't pay my school fees, so I no go complain. I no go lie. I no go complain. So some some people just they like it's not as if they want to. Just they know that they have to. You get like that steady paycheck is just like they
Yeah,
need it. You get like they need
yeah.
it because like responsibilities do not go away. You must pay your light bill. You must pay your security bill. You must pay your garbage bill. You understand? So just that cushion to fall on. And again, like what you said now, TJ, contacts matter. You understand? Contacts are like that kind of cushion you can fall on when things get that bad. You understand? But when now you have nothing that you came from nothing. You understand? So it's just you and that your job, and the few friends you make from that your job. You understand? It's like that being your own boss type of risk now becomes too large for them that they cannot just see past that 9 to 5. So 9 to 5 is just all they know and all they want to practice.
All
That's my
right.
two. Yeah.
Thank you, Chukuma and Tony, for your contribution to today's topic. Really appreciate, and everyone else as well for making it to today's space. Like I said last week, some people are already bringing in topics of their options. If you have any topic you feel like it's very necessary or should be on the space, you could hear me and we could work on it together. Okay. We'll see you next time, next week, Friday, same time, 7 to 8 p.m. Have a nice weekend.
Guys,
Bye, guys. Do you have anything to say, Tony Chukuma?
No, I
I
Final
don't
don't.
get anything to
remarks?
say, boss. I be the
Thanks.
boss.
Okay.
Thanks for the space and nice
Thank you
meeting
very
you
much.
guys.
All
Bye,
right.
guys.
Have a nice weekend. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.